Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Kubeir, and it is another amazing episode. Aditya says, my wife is having around 4 years of experience in data analytics. Her scores is around 400. Should we go for study rather than waiting for PNP nominations? Well, first thing you should do is definitely check for PNP nominations. Is there a possibility? I mean, if there is something which might work for you in your favor, is there a very so if it is IT related, then Ontario is your best bet. But with Ontario, the scores are too high. With scores of 400, let's see, what else have we got here? Uh, you can create a profile with Saskatchewan. You can create a profile with Prince Edward Islands. But I mean, I don't expect much from Prince Edward Islands, from Saskatchewan, depending on your score. If it is 70 plus, and again, check the data, check the trend, check in the past, how many times has your knock code been identified? That will give you an indication of how badly Saskatchewan wants to invite your knock code. In addition to that, Alberta is one of those lucky draws. You probably will be very lucky if you get Alberta to send you a notification of interest, and if it does, then just grab it. But apart from that, if there is not too many PNP options happening, then most definitely, if study is a viable route for you, study is a option for you, then by all means take it. I mean, I know a lot of people think that by studying in Canada, they're just IRCC is just trying to push people into studying. IRCC is not doing anything. It's people, it's us who want to do that. I mean, if there are 40,000 people in the profile, are you going to blame IRCC for reducing the score? Of course not, right? You will say, oh, this is a great thing, the scores have gone down, because that's what happened in 2017. Okay. Before this 75 CRS score, IRCC invited people at the lowest score of 413 on the 31st of May 2017. Nobody came out and said, hey, IRCC, you are deliberately trying to invite low scoring profiles, because there were only 40,000 people in the pool. Today, there are 180,000 people in the pool, and IRCC will just continue to invite who they have to invite, maintaining the quota that they have. So it's not IRCC trying to push people into going to study. I mean, yes, it does benefit the whole industry by and large, because at the end of the day, education industry in Canada is still worth what, 23, 25 billion dollars. And yes, there are some shitty colleges out there, and there are some spectacular colleges out there or universities out there. It is up to you. You have to do that research, identify a good college, and then make that choice. So don't say that IRCC is pushing you into going into colleges. At a profile, at a score of, let's say, 400, do you have any other option? Even if IRCC was conducting its draw, would you have received an invitation? No. So in this case, Aditya, in your case with 400, yes, going to Canada on a study would definitely make sense. If there are people who are telling you otherwise, well, ask them what are the other options. And if those make sense to you, then look at it. But keep in mind, studying in Canada is not cheap. In the sense, per year, you're looking at paying approximately $20,000 as education cost and $10,000 to $15,000 as living cost. Yes, you will be able to work part-time. Yes, if you have an accompanying spouse, they can work full-time. But mind you, if you have an ongoing job, you said you're in data analytics. If you have an ongoing job, let's say in India or US or wherever you're working, if you leave that job and come to Canada to study, let's say you want to study for 2 years, that is also loss of income for 2 years. So people only calculate the cost they're going to spend. They do not calculate the loss of income that now should not be taken into account because they're studying in Canada. So if you calculate everything, and if you still think this is something which you can do, which you can afford to do, which is viable, which makes sense, then by all means, go ahead and do it. There are incredible number of success stories of people who have made it, who have done well, who have done successfully, who have been successful in the whole process, not only the process, but otherwise as far as job prospects, life in general is concerned. So by all means, do it. But thank you so much for joining in.